live personal growth community. So thankful that you're here spending your time with me. If you like this content, please push the subscribe button. And if you would like to get some of my favorite health and wellness tips, then go ahead and click below and I will send you a little PDF of some of my favorite things that I do for health and wellness and that my wife Erica has discovered along the way. All right, today I want to talk about the fulcrum and the lever. I was inspired because I was just down in LA near the LA Coliseum, and they have a science center there as part of the USC campus. So really cool thing they had set up. They had a big pickup truck over here, and then they have this giant piece of metal, and on the other end they have these ropes that you can pull, and you can see if you can pull the pickup truck off the ground. So they had different amounts of effort. So over at the far end, you put a little bit of effort, and I saw little kids over there jumping and pulling on this rope, and as they pulled on the rope, this truck was coming up. Little kids, maybe 8, 9 years old. Then in the middle, you could apply twice as much pressure, and there were some grown men over there yanking on this one, and they could move the truck a little bit. And then over closest to the fulcrum, you could try to pull the truck, but it took 4 times as much effort, and there was a bunch of people hanging on that rope, and they could barely move that truck. So the point is that you want to adjust your fulcrum and your lever in life. You want to make different adjustments to make whatever you're doing as easy as possible. And it's not just about efficiency. There's other ways that you can move that. In his book, The Happiness Advantage, Benjamin Hardy talks about mindset as one of those keys. And there's other people who talk about placebo. Joe Dispenza gets into it a little bit in his book, You Are the Placebo. Some of the same studies, but he talks about just making these simple mindset shifts can help you achieve your goal. Just for example, there was this study where they studied a bunch of housekeepers, and one group of housekeepers, they monitored how much activity they did through the day, and they told them that what they were doing was exercise, and they could lose weight by doing this and feel better and all the benefits that come along with exercise. The other group got told nothing. The group who was told that what they were doing was exercise got the benefits from it. The group who was told nothing, they just kept on going about no benefits of exercise. But that simple shift in mindset, it moved the fulcrum. So same amount of effort, same things they were doing in their life, but viewing it different allowed them to move this heavier object, which is gaining health. So I would like to give you 3 simple things that you can do to shift the fulcrum and the lever and hopefully allow you to apply less effort and get more results. All right, ready for the 3 things. The first thing that I have on my list is having a clear goal and a path. Make sure you know what you're doing before you start. Stephen Covey would call this beginning with the end in mind. Where do you want to be? Making sure that your ladder is leaned up against the right wall before you start climbing the ladder. He talks about this in life, but I would talk about this with health and wellness. What is your ultimate goal? Is your goal just to release some weight? You might start doing that, and then after you start releasing your weight, you realize, this wasn't really the goal. I got here through means that are unsustainable. There are some diets out there that, yes, you can lose weight on, but then once you lose the weight, there's going to be an emptiness because you realize that what you're doing is unsustainable. Fasting, for example, even though there's a lot of benefits to fasting, if the only reason you do it is to lose weight, that's not sustainable. You can't just fast. You will die. That's the end. I say there's these different levels of eating healthy. It starts with just being conscious and aware, and then people move over to maybe a plant-based diet, and then after plant-based, they get more strict, and they might move into like a vegan or go raw vegan, and then after raw vegan, they become fruitarians, and then after fruitarian, people become breatharian. After that, they go into fasting, and after that, it's death. Those are the levels of craziness that we go to trying to get into a healthy mindset. I personally am at the raw vegan level right now. Don't know if I'll jump into the fruitarian. Anyways, it's important to have your goal. Just the other day I heard somebody say they had lost 30 pounds. I said, wow, you look amazing. What did you do to lose this weight? And he said, well, I cheated. I said, what do you mean you cheated? You look fantastic, lost 30 pounds. He said he tried this drug, Ozempic, he's on it, but didn't feel good about it. He said because when he comes off the drug, then that's it, he's gonna gain the weight back. So he's looking for a way to sustain that weight loss, which I have a wonderful thing for him, which I sent him, help him get a plan on what to do. So if you try to shift your plan in the middle, that is the worst idea. I always tell people in construction that the most expensive thing that you can do in a construction project is to change your mind. It costs the most time, it costs the most energy. I almost got a job for Tesla, and in the interview process, the interviewer said that Tesla was like building an airplane as it's taking off. And I've heard other things explain that same way. That is a terrible way to live your life. There is so much extra effort on that Fulcrum lever thing. It's like you are right near the Fulcrum, just working your brains out, trying to get things don't work, redo it, change it, shift it. And yeah, you can get stuff done, but it really is better if you think it out ahead of time. That is so true with your wellness and health goals. So begin with the end in mind, have a clear goal and a path on how you're gonna get there. And of course, we offer that. I've got something for you to get well. I wouldn't speak about this if I didn't know that there was clear goals and clear paths. And that's something we always do with people. We always sit down, find out what their goal is. And that's the second thing you do, is have a strong why. When you have a why, any how is possible. I think Nietzsche said that. But if you really know why you're doing something, then it's easy. It's easy to follow through. It's easy to go ahead with the plan. The actual actions might be kind of difficult, but there's always a little smile on your face as you're doing it if you have a deep why and you know what your reason is. So before you start a health transformation or a transition into eating better, whatever your goals are, it's important to know why you're doing it. It will make it a lot easier, especially when you feel like giving up. You just go back to that why. It's okay. You have a reason to continue. And it's your reason. So you have an internal locus of control. That you know that you are doing it for you. I forget which book I read, but I think it might have been The Power of Habit. He talks about the Marines. And when they're in a tough situation, they keep asking each other, why are you doing this? Until you get down all the way to the core. I can't keep going, but I have to. Why? Because I have to finish this class. Why? Because if I don't finish this class, I won't pass. Why? Why do you want to pass? Because if I pass, I can have a better income in life. Why do you want a better life? Because I want to provide for my family. Why do you want to provide for your family? Because I love them. Boom, you got your why. Love. Love of your family. Simple. You just drill down to that why, write it down before you start anything, and we'll make your process a lot easier. The third thing that you can do, and this is absolutely huge because this is the number one reason why people don't follow through on their health commitments to themselves. It's not self-control, it's not willpower. Like I showed that Fulcrum, you can have all the willpower and all the self-control in the world, and that's just a huge amount of effort. But it's having a community, checking in with a group of people who want to see you succeed and who are all going in the same direction, becoming part of a tribe that aligns with where you're going. That is another huge thing that we provide, is we have a community of people who want to see you do well, who want to do well. And by pinging off each other, there's nothing greater than a mastermind. Having more than one person in a room try to figure something out, try to figure out health and wellness with you, 1 + 1 does not equal 2. 1 + 1 equals 3 or 5. It's synergistic. When you get more than 2 people in a room and they start collaborating on something, they can bring into existence something that wasn't there before. You can get desire and motivation back that you did not have before. It was impossible for you to create on your own. I'm going to throw in one little extra thing here, and it's when you have a goal in mind, something that you're hoping to accomplish. And I'm specifically talking about health and wellness, but this could be any goal that you have, because this is Rise and Thrive, and my goal here is to help you to live better, and it's a personal growth community. So when you want something, to shorten the time between you having that thing and wanting that thing, it's very important that you increase your belief that it's going to happen. When you increase your belief that it's going to happen, it shortens the amount of time that it's going to take for that thing to happen. So continue to hold a strong mindset, and I'll go over that in my next YouTube video about how to create a kind of vision board, or what to do around that to create what you want. You are the creator. You can create the health goals you want. You can create the life that you want, and it's not that difficult. There's a few things to do, a few ways to move that fulcrum, to adjust your lever, and to apply the minimum amount of effort to get the maximum amount of results. All right, I have a Facebook group. If you've made it this far, you probably want to be part of something here. I have a Facebook community. It is the Rise and Thrive Personal Growth Community. I will, you can email me and I will send you the link to that. Again, there's a little thing you can click on to get my favorite tips on health and wellness. And I'm going to make this free for a while, but at some point it's going to be a paid service. I'm thinking January 1st, it's going to jump over to a paid Facebook group. But for now, it's free. It's open for anybody who's on the ground floor, for our entrance people here. I'll get more into that later. All right, have a wonderful day, and I love that you spent some time with me. Thank you.